Hi there, it's Rory from Bitwax, back again with another review of a NFT music platform. This time we're looking at Arpeggi Labs, or arpeggi.io is the website you want to go to. And essentially, Arpeggi Labs are a fully on-chain digital audio workstation. And a digital audio workstation is a place where a musician will go to make music. They'll input kick drums, hats, snares, claps, synthesizers, bass lines, you name it, and then it's built on screen through all these little dots and lines. And I will show you this in a minute, but I'll just give you a quick rundown of the of what it is. And basically, all the audio is stored on the blockchain, and you can mint directly, and it's then created as an NFT, which you can buy, sell, trade, swap, whatever you want to do with. So Arpeggi Studio is the only on-chain digital audio workstation, or DAW for short. For the first time ever, musicians can compose and mint their songs as fully on-chain NFTs, allowing creators to take full advantage of blockchain technology. We built Arpeggi Studio for both experienced producers and new musicians alike, balancing ease of use and advanced feature sets. I'll just go straight into the studio here, and essentially what will come up on screen is probably confusing to you if you haven't been on here before, so I'll just click randomize and I'll make a new project. But as you can see down the left hand side here, you got your composition for each 4-bar segment, and you can have up to 16 bars in total. And each bar consists of bass, leads, harmony, kick, snare, hi-hats, percussion, just the very, very basic elements for what you need to create a track. Bearing in mind, this is the first of its kind, and it is very expensive to put data and solid data such as audio files onto the Ethereum network. So for the time being, this is very, I don't want to sound rude, but it's very naff. It's very simple, very basic. There's no special effects, there's no compressions, or you can't do anything fancy, but what you can do is just build a very simple track with, here we go, we can input our kicks and some snares and hi-hats. And I'll just quickly let this play through. This is the track which I haven't made. It's completely randomized, and you just have a quick listen. And I realized that there is no audio, so 1 second. Okay, so sorry about that. That took a lot longer to set up than I anticipated. But yeah, so we have internal audio now, so we can hear this randomized project. And as I say, it's very basic. You got your major keys, your minor keys, and you can have full spectrum, so you get a lot more range of audio. But this does require a slight bit of musical knowledge of harmonies, etc. So it's easy just to stick to a major or a minor key, and it only gives you limited access to them keys in that chord. To shift up and down, F, E, D, C, whatever you want to do. Tempos here. I advise, if you want to run a track at 80 BPM, bump it up to 160, and it gives you a lot more range of notes that you can use. And also here you can add 16th notes. Yeah, so you can make like a strum kind of effect. So just mash a load of them in. So you go. So cool little things like that. And I found that from the Discord. And if you join the Arpeggi Studios Discord, the people in there, very helpful, very lovely. Yeah, so the Discord's up here. Is that the Medium article? I think that's the Medium. And obviously follow them on Twitter because everything happens on Twitter. So to be able to actually mint a song from Arpeggi Studios, this is where it gets a little bit awkward because you'll need a mint pass. And currently, to mint a track through a mint pass, the floor is 0.32 Ethereum, which is what, like, there we go, $1,200. So it's not the cheapest, put it that way. But on average, I have been noticing that minted songs have been selling for roughly 1 Ethereum. So, if you're pretty good at music or you just like to mess about, make a half-decent song, get in the Discord, meet some nice people, and, if you want to just flip a little bit of profit, it takes a little bit of work, but this could be an option for you. Okay, so a little bit more detail about what Arpeggi Labs is about and just some general information. We've come over to the Medium article here. So, the Creative Commons Zero, which is basically what Arpeggi Labs is aiming to do. Basically, that is scientists, educators, and artists and other creators and owners of copyright or database protective content to waive those interests in their works and thereby place them as completely as possible in the public domain. So basically, that means you can make a track from Arpeggi Labs, and it's all free royalties, free to use. There's going to be no sample disputes or any issues from that aspect. Okay, and then this is a pretty major one, which I think a lot of producers could very easily get behind. Arpeggi Labs are looking for samples. So as I showed you earlier, the studio is very basic. There's maybe 7 different kick drums, a couple different snares, 4 or 5 claps. The synthesizers and harmony tools aren't really the best, and there's not a lot of choice. So Arpeggi Labs are paying, essentially they'll cover your gas costs for you to have your samples on their library. But one thing that I'm not sure if it's mentioned in here, which I think could pretty much change the music industry, is essentially collaborations on blockchain technology could exist purely without you realizing. So, as you as an artist, let's say your name is The Big Lebowski, and you upload a sample to Arpeggi Labs, and it is used in 7 different songs. Essentially, I see a way in the future where you can get micropayments for when that song's released, that they will be able to identify that your samples are included within that track. And let's say the song goes on to make $100,000, and your samples would then account for 0.01 of that track. If you catch my drift here, so essentially that you could easily collaborate without realizing, any artist in the world, and receive micropayments for providing high quality samples that can be used across a broad section of music in, house, disco, rap, rock and roll, you name it. So yeah, right here, right where I was just talking about. Each sample in the Arpeggi CCO library will include the artist's name and ETH address, along with the name and description from the sample pack. As the adoption of the sample library grows across Web3 music platforms projects, so will the recognition of the samples and their submitting artists. So they kind of glance over it very briefly here, but what I feel that this could be catered towards is, if you're including an ETH address, that to me suggests that there's a form of payout which could be enabled. So let's say you create the nicest sounding, fattest, thickest, lovely, best compressed kick drum, and the next 10,000 users all use your kick drum in their songs, and potentially there could be a chance of payout for every micro payment them tracks make. Essentially, that's my theory. So yeah, back to the website. There's a little bit more of a breakdown. This is clearly just the Genesis collection. This is to just kind of get the word out there. Oh yeah, Blau is also involved at the start. He made a little song as well. You can go check that out. It's okay. I like it. Yeah, so just kind of give a brief overview of what they're actually building. This is clearly the first project that they're doing, and it's, just kind of getting the ball rolling. So go check them out. Read the website, read the Medium articles. I'd advise definitely to hop into the Discord. There's a lot of helpful producers, a lot of helpful people, and just a lot of information or people who just want to share what they've learned in the Discords. Twitter as well. Jump on Twitter. Here's the team. It's not a docs team in per se, but it is anonymous founders. So yeah, that's my second pick of music platforms that I've found. And again, if you want, I can go in a deeper dive into this, and I can maybe talk to some of the devs, find out a little bit more information myself, and just put a lot more research into this project. But this video is just a brief overview of Arpeggi Labs and the cool wild west of crypto, and just a brief overview of something which could be built, which is a free digital audio workstation for anybody. So yeah, again, that's the end of the video. But if you want to just find out more about us, we have a Twitter, which is Bitwax_. Yeah, we just kind of post all kinds of informational, helpful content that we can. Yeah, we look forward to seeing you. And if you've got any questions, leave them in the comment section below, or DM us on Twitter. Maybe even find us in the Arpeggi Labs Discord. Who knows? Thank you.